What's going on, guys? So I said I was going to show you some of my diet and some of the foods that I'm eating to get shredded. And honestly, I'm eating a low amount of calories. I'm getting a majority of my deficit from nutrition. I'm not doing a ton of cardio simply because I don't have the time between writing my book, spending time with a girlfriend, cooking, because I like to cook my meals the same day or sometimes 2 days in advance. I prefer eating fresh food instead of meal prepping. I just like the freshness. I don't know. I used to meal prep all the time, but I prefer just eating everything fresh and the same day. So it does take a little extra time, of course, but I don't like doing cardio either, and I find my legs cramp up. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple of this is gonna be 2 to 3 meals, but I just enter everything in MyFitnessPal. This is crazy. I'm only consuming about 45 grams of fat, 160 grams of carbs, and 235 grams of protein. So my macros are kind of low. It's a pretty severe deficit. This is the lowest my carbs have basically ever been, but I'm feeling great. I'm eating a massive amount of food, eating a ton of healthy, whole, natural foods, getting tons of micronutrients. I do take a multivitamin, which you can see in the background over here. Boom. That's my melatonin, fish oil, multivitamin, milk thistle, and dandelion root. I could go into reasons why I take that stuff, but also I just got this stuff too. AML Dopa Rush. I love that stuff. I'm about to go do some writing right now, so that's why I'm taking that. But let me show you guys this freaking crap. First of all, diet hack number 1 is asparagus. I freaking love asparagus. This Tupperware full, this is 200 grams of asparagus, 7.1 carbs, and it's basically all from fiber. I'm trusting MyFitnessPal. I didn't double check, but I mean, it's a natural diuretic, really fibrous, very good. It makes your pee stink, but I really like it. It's great. So I add a little bit of this non-calorie spray butter. Of course, adding multiple sprays is going to add calories, but I really don't consume. Usually I undershoot my fat a little bit because I use that, and I do like 15 sprays and I don't track it. So I just say fuck it, because it's like, whatever. My NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, throughout the day is not the same. So it's like, is it really gonna matter? No. So that right there is like 45 calories, and it's a lot. And here we have my chicken and vegetables. So this is like a Normandy blend. It's broccoli, cauliflower, a little bit of carrots, and some squash and shit. It's a little bit burnt right now, but I added some spray butter to that. The 200 grams of asparagus, and then here I have my ultimate favorite meal. This is like my main carb meal of the day. This is my second meal of it because I love it that much. French toast. So my diet hack here is fruit, but my fruit choice is key, because some fruits you should avoid when dieting because they're very calorically dense. For example, pineapple, mango, bananas are pretty high in calories, but strawberries, I have 75 grams here, and it's like 40 calories or 45 calories, I can't remember. So it's a decent amount, and it makes everything taste so good. Same with blackberries. So I have blackberries on there too. Absolutely phenomenal choice if you're looking to increase the volume, increase the fiber, increase the sweetness. Of course, I add a ton of Walden Farms. I love Walden Farms syrup, and it goes really well. So how I make my French toast, basically I use this bread here. It is the light style bread. It's 45 calories per slice. It's 9 grams of carbs. So I had 5 slices. So I freaking love it. And it adds like 18 grams of protein. Well, it depends on how many pieces you use. Usually, I think for 6, it's like 18 grams of protein. Hold on. Let me just mix this shit so it doesn't burn real quick. It is burning a little. Oh no. So yeah, I use that bread. And before I do that, what I do is in a Tupperware, I use the same little Tupperware that I have the asparagus in. I put in my egg whites. So what I did was 5 egg whites and 1 whole egg. And I mix in 3 packets of Splenda and 1 scoop of whey protein. So the whey protein that I use currently is this here. It's J-Rob. I got it at BJ's. The reason I picked this is not because it's Fit Crunch or because it's so special, whatever. Rob Irvine, I don't care about that. The reason I chose that was it was a crazy deal at BJ's. It was, I think I got that, it's 25 servings. Yeah, 25 servings for like $7. It's clearance, like they're getting rid of it. So I snagged 2 of those, and it's a great addition to my French toast. You could use any protein powder. I'm actually buying more protein powder tomorrow, even though I don't need it because I have I have 1 1/4 containers up here. But I want to get something really flavorful because I'm having a hard time hitting my fats. Because again, I don't consume any fat sources. My fat source is basically this chicken, which is a little bit fattier chicken. It's not the boneless, skinless chicken breast. There's some sort of like, I don't know if it's a seasoning or what it is, but it has, instead of like 1 gram of fat per 24 grams of protein, this one's like 3, and it adds like 1 gram of carb. So the reason that I use that is because it's already cut. I don't have to deal with cutting and cooking. It's frozen, so I can just throw it in the microwave with some hot water for 2 minutes, cook it on the stove with my frozen vegetables, and it's good to go. And it's amazing and delicious, and because it does have a little more fat, it is a little tastier than the dry chicken breast. But pro tip, I'll show you exactly. Let me throw my asparagus on here. It's so much food, guys. I gotta show you this. This is insane. Like, I'm living the dream right now on this diet, and I never thought I'd be saying that. Check it out. Look at all that asparagus. This is so filling and so healthy and so delicious. But this is a freaking pro hack. I'm not a fan of sauces. You guys know this. I never use sauces, really. Sometimes I use spray butter or Walden Farms. I always use Walden Farms. Sometimes I use spray butter. Usually I spray down my pan with like 5 sprays, and then I use a little bit of Pam, non-calorie spray. But look at this. This is a stir-fry sauce. So this here, for 1 tablespoon, which is 17 grams, I weighed it out. 17 grams is a lot because, well, it's kind of thick, but I also add water to it. Same with the Walden Farms, because you get more out of it. I would go through a jar of Walden Farms every single day if I was just using it. So I use a little bit, fill it up with water, use a little bit, fill it up with water. So I get like 3 times at least, probably 3 to 4 containers worth of Walden Farms. And for the same price as 1, because they're like almost $5 per. So do the same with this, and it also cuts down on the calories. This is literally for 17 grams, 20 calories, 3 grams of sugar. So the volume on that, you just need a little bit, and it adds taste. You don't, because I've weighed it out, it's so much for 1 serving. So I don't even really weigh it, because it's like I just add like a little splash, and then I mix it up. Because, I mean, the vegetables taste fine by themselves, but it just adds a little bit of sodium and a little taste to your vegetables. So if you don't like, vegetables, whether it's raw, well, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't like raw vegetables, but I prefer to obviously cook up my broccoli and my asparagus, because I don't think it's possible to even eat raw asparagus. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe you can, but I never have and I never will. But it adds a great flavor, and it's just delicious. So let me just sum this up with this massive meal, guys. With the chicken, with the broccoli mix, with the asparagus, with the French toast that I had. Again, that was 5 slices. I don't think I finished the recipe for the French toast. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I gotta eat. I haven't eaten yet. I had my first meal at like 1:30, and then I went to the gym, did my cardio, and then came home and then started cooking. I ate like 1 or 2 pieces of toast. But so to make the French toast, all you do is you in a Tupperware like this size, you mix in your egg whites. So again, I did 5 egg whites, 1 whole egg, 3 Splenda, a splash of unsweetened almond milk. So for, I believe, 8 ounces, it's 30 calories. So you don't even need that much. You just throw in like basically 3 ounces. 3 ounces of that, mix it up really well, throw in the protein powder. I recommend the protein powder, like half a scoop of the protein powder into the egg whites, start mixing it, add the Splenda, mix it up a little more, and then the almond milk on top to make it like really liquidy. Cut up the cut up the fruit of your choice. So I usually cut up my strawberries, and then I'll mix some of it in with the batter, just to kind of evenly distribute the flavor. And then you soak the bread in for I don't know, 15 seconds, flip it, do the same thing, flip it again, and then throw it on the stovetop and you're good to go. And also I like to add the Walden Farms into the batter a little bit. So adding it into the batter gives it a little more of like a syrupy taste, a little bit of a sweeter taste. And then you could also add Diet again instead of peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. I could easily binge and eat a freaking full tub of peanut butter. PB2. So this is a powdered peanut butter per 13 grams, which is 2 tablespoons, which is a lot. You don't need that much. I usually use half a serving. 1.5 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 6 grams of protein. So you're just adding protein basically, and it tastes really, really good. You can mix it on top and then put some Walden Farms syrup or sugar-free syrup, whatever you want to use, and like just mix it in, and it tastes amazing. So that is another pro tip. Really love it. Cannot get enough of it. And that's a big portion of my diet. That right there, all that food. This is 3 meals plus. For the average person, probably 4 to 5 meals. It's 900 calories. And most of it is from fiber. You're getting tons of micronutrients. You're getting tons of vitamins and minerals. You're getting tons of protein. And it's delicious. So I hope you like this. I hope this added a little insight. I'm still gonna have like 600 calories left after all this food, so it's a good feeling. I woke up later today. I actually called in sick to work so I could get a lot of shit done and just relax and rest up, because I haven't been sleeping much, and also I'm coming down with the sickness, and the last thing I need right now is to be sick. So it does increase your calorie burn, which is cool, but I don't want to risk losing muscle, especially being in the deficit that I am. So be sure to like this video. Again, try out some different healthy fruits. Check out per gram how much carbs there are. My top suggestions are blackberries. I like raspberries. Raspberries are a little bit higher in sugar, so you do have to keep that in mind, but they are very fibrous. But strawberries, you can add tons of it to like basically anything, and it's not gonna add a lot of calories. So strawberries, blackberries, blueberries are pretty good. They're a little bit higher calorie, but they do have a lot of antioxidants and fiber, and they're delicious. So you could use blueberries if you're in a gaining phase. The low calorie bread really does help too, because 5 slices I think is 35 grams of carbs. So it's like, it soaks up the batter so well. And you could use other things like xanthan gum as a thickener for your batter. I don't use that because it's just added shit, and honestly, I don't feel like wasting money on it. My French toast comes out perfect. And then what you do with the remaining batter is you just pour it on the top of the last one, and then cut some more fruits up on top. Or you could use this here, which is pretty good too. It's the Smucker's sugar-free red raspberry preserve. So this is a pretty good jam. It does have calories. It's 10 calories per 17 grams, and that's 5 carbs. It's from sugar alcohols, so that's how they get away with saying it's 0 calorie. It does add calories, and honestly, the serving size is pretty small, so you got to be careful with that. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys can try some of these meals, because I'm telling you, this diet is amazing, and you will thank me. So be sure to like this shit, and I love you, family. I'll see you guys real soon.